Hey, good evening, everybody. Crazy, kind of almost how to describe it, hard day today. I don't know how many other people feel it, but I'm kind of living this experience of what I'd call a spiritual Groundhog Day. If people have seen the movie with, oh crap, I can't even remember his name, Bill Murray, where the same day keeps going over and over again, and you keep working it out, and you keep trying to solve your problems and figure out what's underneath and what's holding you back, and the key linchpins of what is in your story and your beliefs in all these things that is kind of blocking you from advancement. And who the frick knows what advancement is right now with spirituality. It's all about clearing and cleaning and seeing underneath and being aware of your whys, so you can make better choices, at least in my world. It's a cleaning process of re-looking at all the stuff that happened up until this point and how it's literally made kind of locked you into a cage or a set of beliefs, or that this is normal, or this is typical, or this is all you can expect. And fuck, it's hard sometimes. Going back and looking at your life experience and all the judgment and all the pain and all the suffering and stuff that went with it, and how things didn't work out, and how you tried so hard and you put your whole heart and soul and spirit into things. And then looking at it afterwards and realizing you had no other choice, that you didn't do anything wrong, that all that pain and suffering was meant to happen to guide you to a place of awareness, or at least breaking you down to a point that you eventually hit bottom or hurt so bad that you had to look into it deeper. And how much of our life experience and our programming from childhood and religion and church and school and society and all this kind of stuff took away so many possibilities to see underneath that, and to start to be aware that a lot of those things were given to us for a very specific purpose. It had a control element to it. It also had forcing us into a controlled path that made sense for other people, and it put us onto a treadmill. Going to school and getting a good education and getting a good job, and then finding your partner, and then having kids and getting a house and having the boat and the recreation property and blah, 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 blah. That's a treadmill that gave everybody an objective to find. And a lot of us crashed and burned at different places along that treadmill, or we had divorce, or we didn't get a good education, or we didn't satisfy our parents' needs, or we didn't be a people pleaser. There's so many things. So looking in this Groundhog Day, I don't know if other people are having it, but each day a theme kind of shows up of, okay, I'm working through family dynamics today. I'm working through relationship dynamics. And then the squeeze and the pressure comes and makes me look at all the old experiences that traumatized me in some way, shape, or form, so that I can be aware of them, start to see underneath and see where the trapped energies are. Because there's things that didn't work out have a lot of traumas in them, and frustration and anger and self-doubt and not worthy. And then this Groundhog Day process brings me back to each one of them and shines them for me to be aware of. And then I get to make new choices. Okay, was that a choice around I didn't have any choice? Was that a choice around some belief or some societal programming? What did I really want? What's in this for me? What's the lesson? What's needed? And all these new answers are coming up, and it's like the reality is breaking down, and I don't know if you remember in the movie, it's like eventually he perfected a script of steps that got him to a place where something new could happen and some new beautiful reality started. And I think that's a lot of what we're doing now. It's not so much the steps, it's just analyzing it and then making new choices as we analyze it, or it shows up in a new way based on our new beliefs and understandings. And then we unwind that piece and then realize we have new choice, new possibilities. So the next day when it reruns, you're making that new choice and a new version of reality starts to come out with you as empowered, or with you with this new bit of knowledge, or with you making a new choice because you didn't realize you had the choice before. And it can get crazy. It gets exhausting. I don't know, sometimes in your dreams, you're working through all these possibilities and you're feeling all this, I wouldn't call it anxiety, or it's just this pressure to now be aware of where your lack of possibility was. And by knowing where your lack of possibility was, it's the key to everything. That's what awareness is. It's like shining a light on this path you've been fumbling around on and not having success, and seeing it brightly shone upon and realizing, oh, there was 4 different choices there and I didn't have them before. And this Groundhog Day feeling is now, okay, let's go explore these 4 new choices and see kind of what results. And then sometimes you realize, oop, that didn't go very far and I crashed and burned. Oops, that didn't go very far. But 1 or 2 of those choices will bring you to a new version of you. And then when you got that new version of you, a whole bunch more choices come up. And it's kind of like that Groundhog Day of unwinding. It's just like, oh, go crash and burn, hit the wall. Oh, I died on this one. Oh, whatever. But that's what I feel we're really being asked to do, or allowed to do right now, is to go do that Groundhog Day of all the choices, so that the new reality, the better timeline, that the newer version of you becomes possible. And it's exhausting. Some days it's just like, I don't know what choices to do. It just feels like it's a lot of work and it's hard. And there's a few timelines where Bill Murray in the movie, I think he killed himself and did lots of stupid things just because he didn't know what else to do. And I think we run into those sometimes too. We get those energies inside and we're just like, I don't want to do this anymore because I don't know what's the right thing. And it feels so monotonous and crazy to try and find a new way. So just be aware, other people are feeling this. You probably felt this as well. But I am finding that the choices are there and the new path is there. And literally, I'm finding more and more, thank God, that the easiest path is just sometimes surrender, sometimes letting go of the old energies of it not working out, or expecting or chasing a path. Eventually you find out that chasing a path of whatever, like a relationship or money or whatever, you'll just go on all the paths and you'll crash and burn. And then you'll have to realize that that wasn't the path in the first place. And then you have to go back and say, okay, well, what's really pulling me? And then once you see what's pulling you, you got some new path options all of a sudden. Then you go there and it's like, oh, okay, well, money's maybe starting to show up in this path, or relationship or whatever. But all I can say is the easiest one, the one with the least resistance, the one with the least amount of work, the one with the least amount of chasing, seems to always reward me. So hopefully that advice helps. And just be aware sometimes that the path that has drawn you your whole life is probably not the path that you need, because you're so invested in it. You're so stuck with that outcome of how you were supposed to be and how it was all supposed to work out, that it literally limited down your possibility to just 1 or 2 choices and you couldn't see any of the other ones. It may still be the result, but when you put that in the forefront, like for me, it's relationship, sexuality, getting into those visceral, physical parts of life. And they're not down a path of changing myself and perverting myself and twisting myself to look good to the people that I'm interested in. It was more about choosing me and not perverting myself and being my true self and getting in my power and getting in my courage and getting in my self-worth. And then people start to show up because I'm no longer this puppy trying to please. I'm now this, I don't know what you want to call it, like Doberman Pinscher that's really powerful and fast and strong and has laser-like focus on what's important. So it's an unwinding of what you want and how you thought you could get there. And there's beautiful possibility in it, but just be really open to new ways, new possibilities, and simplicity. And letting go, losing all the old judgments, losing all the old frustrations, losing all the things that have frustrated you over and over and over again. And those are paths that are well worn that just aren't working out. So try a new one. So let me know about your spiritual Groundhog Day. What's going on for you? It's happening to me. I'm sure a lot of other people are happening too. And it's all about opening to new possibilities and getting those dreams starting to show back up, letting go old outcomes and having to get paid back or revenge or some reward because you did something so hard. Trust me, there's no reward at the end of it other than you got through it and you can get past it. Holding on to it need to be repaid or remediation has to happen or whatever just leaves you in the victim. And that's some of the hardest things, looking back at all the things that happened in my life and all the inputs that I had from people that overly limited me at early ages of my life. Made me want to vomit. And they didn't consciously do it. That was what they were taught by their parents. That's what society taught to them. But it held me back so much. And then I'm sitting here and it's like, holy frick. Like, I want more and I want better and I want all this kind of stuff. The only true choice was to let it go. Boom. Let it go. And this weight came off my chest and new possibilities opened up. And then there's more to let go. But it's okay. The light is getting so bright within us that we're being pulled to exactly where we need to be, and just trust it. There's no wrong mistakes or not getting in deep enough or whatever. It's just about releasing, letting go, being present, being happy, and then the new choices show up, and then you just choose them, and then magic happens. And then the density of the Groundhog Day becomes less chasing and more just flowing and seeing where it ends up. So hopefully this is helpful. This was a little bit of a heavier one than many. But I wish you all well, and I wish you amazingness and flow in your Groundhog Day. Days. It's been like 2 years. Holy frick. Anyways, loving you. Stay light, stay shining, and let go and see what happens. Surrender's the key. See you soon.